Welcome to Calcutta Races Monsoon Meeting 14-day Tuesday 24th September 2019 race preview. First race will be the Dow Handicap for horses in Class 5 to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. Number 1 will be Monte Cassino. Monte Cassino's last outing was in race number 70 over 1100 meters, where Monte Cassino finished on fifth. Also in the same race, we had number 5 Midnight Magic, who finished one ahead to finish on fourth. Also in the same race, we had number 6 Hurricane Storm, who was the eventual winner, won that race by a long neck by beating Dakshesh. Number 8 Auntie's Boy was who finished seventh, and number 9, that is Modification, who finished on right at the back end to finish on 10th. Number 2 will be Artificial. Artificial's last outing was in race number 71 over 1200 meters, where Artificial finished on fifth after much efforts. Also in the same race, we had number 3 Shania Spet, who finished two behind to finish on seventh, and the winner of that race was the Last Judgment. Came up with a strong dash on the outside and went on to win that race by half a length. Number 4 will be X-Light. X-Light was last outing was over 1400 meters this monsoon meeting in race number 60, where X-Light finished on 6th out of 8 runners, and the winner of that race was Shivalik Sight. Number 7 will be Artiste Royale. Artiste Royale's last outing was in race number 81 over 1400 meters, where Artiste Royale finished on fourth, travelled very wide in the final stages of the race, and also in the same race we had number 10, that is Looking Good, who finished on seventh, and the winner of that race was Gramercy Park, who won it pillar to post by 6 lengths. We move on to the second race of the afternoon, which will be the Great Scott Handicap to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. Number 1 will be Dungle. Dungle's last outing was over 1100 meters in race number 75, where Dungle finished on fourth out of 5 runners, and the winner of that race was Shimmering Star. This time Dungle will be running in the lower class, in class 4. Number 2, we're looking at Levante. Levante's last outing was over 1200 meters in race number 71 this monsoon meeting, where Levante finished right at the back end to finish on 10th. Also in the same race, we had number 4, Coconut, who finished on 8th, and the winner of that race was the Last Judgment, who went on to win it by half a length. Number 3 will be Bang Bang. Bang Bang's last outing was in race number 66 this monsoon meeting over 1100 meters, where Bang Bang travelled very wide in the final stage of the race and finished on 5th. Also in the same race we had number 6, that is Gimme Credit, who finished on 9th, and number 9 Princess Romella, who finished on 2nd. Chase the leader, that is Gorish, who won that race by 4 lengths. Also in the same race we had number 11, that is Buddy Holly, who finished right at the back end to finish on 10. Number 5 will be Leopard Creek. Leopard Creek's last outing was in race number 68 over a mile, where Leopard Creek came with a late dash down in the center and managed to get on board to finish on third. Was Leopard Creek. The winner that day was Too Good. That was Yuvan, who won it by 2 lengths. Number 7 will be Tiburon. Tiburon's last outing was quite an eye-catcher in race number 34 over 1100 meters, where Tiburon travelled fourth till it turned for home, and then gradually gained places on the outside and finished on second, a length and a quarter behind the winner. That was Astoria. Number 8 will be Respect just had one start this monsoon meeting over 1200 meters in race number 56, where Respect finished right at the back end to finish 11th out of 11 runners. Almost detached from the field was Respect, and the winner of that race was Shimmering Star. Number 10, we're looking at Stelvio Pass. Stelvio Pass last outing was in race number 36 over 1400 meters, where Stelvio Pass was traveling second till it turned for home and then gradually faded back and finished on fourth. And the winner of that race was Izzy, who was too good that day. Number 12 will be Uncrowned King. Uncrowned King's last outing was over 1100 meters in race number 48, where Uncrowned King finished on 6th, and the winner of that race was Marigold, who won that race by 3 lengths. We move on for the third race, which will be the Kiltoy Plate, a handicap for maiden horses 3 years old, only rated 1 to 26 to be run over a distance of 1100 meters. Number 1 will be Tia Queen. Tia Queen's last outing was in race number 55, this monsoon meeting over a mile, where Tia Queen finished on 4th towards the rail side after much efforts, and the winner of that race was Inca, who won it by a length and 3/4. Number 2 will be Davina Donatella. Davina Donatella's had 2 starts this monsoon meeting. Last start being in race number 83 over 1200 meters, where Davina Donatella finished on 6th, and the winner of that race was Popcorn, who won that race by 2 3/4 lengths. Number 3, we're looking at Palmeria. Palmeria's last outing was in the winter season in race number 206 over 1100 meters, where Palmeria finished on 7th, and the winner of that race was Astoria. Also in the same race, we had number 6, Festi, who finished on 8th. Number 4 will be Sorbonne. Sorbonne's had 1 start this monsoon meeting in race number 70 of 1100 meters, where Sorbonne finished on 12th out of 12 runners. Also in the same race, we had number 8, Itzamukau, who managed to finish on 3rd. Travelled very wide in the final stages of the race, and after much efforts, finished on 3rd. And the winner of that race was Hurricane Storm. Number 7, we're looking at Solar March. Just had 1 start this monster meeting over 1200 meters in race number 64, where Solar March finished on 9th out of 10 runners, and the winner of that race was Hukumat, won that impressively by 5 lengths. We move on to the 4th race, which will be the Safari Handicap to be run over a distance of 1400 meters. Looking at number 1, Stormfront. Stormfront's last outing was over 1400 meters. This monster meeting in race number 77, where Stormfront finished on 3rd, and the winner of that race was Aftershock. Now running in the lower classes, Stormfront, you need to watch out for that. Number 2 will be Dash. Dash's last outing was in race number 39 over 1800 meters, where Dash finished a faraway 6th, and the winner of that race was 7 Step, who won that by 3 1/4 lengths. Number 3, we are looking at Glorious Leaps. Glorious Leaps had its winner in its first outing over 1200 meters. Last outing being in race number 71 over the same distance, where Glorious Leaps finished on third after much efforts down in the center of the track. And also in the same race, we had number 5, Christiana, who finished on sixth, and number 7, Scorpion Queen, who finished on right at the back end to finish on 11th. But the eventual winner of that race was the Last Judgment, who got that by half a length. Number 4 will be Kaiden. Kaiden's last outing was over 1400 meters in race number 17, where Kaiden finished on 5th also, and the winner of that race was Marbella, who won that race by 3 lengths. Number 6 will be Dilmangemo. Dilmangemo's last outing was over 1100 meters in race number 66, and we had a winner in its previous start in race number 40 over the same distance, but last outing finished on third was Dilmangemo towards the stand side, and the winner of that race was Gorish, who was too good that day, won it by 4 lengths. Number 8 will be Demonstrate. Demonstrate's last outing was in race number 76 over 1400 meters. The Demonstrate travelled second all the way and then took over the running during the final stage of the race, and then got overtaken on the outside by Fancoat, who went on to win that race, and Demonstrate finished on second and lost that by a head. We move on for the 5th race, which will be the Silver Dawn Handicap, to be run over a distance of 1600 meters. Number 1 will be Nelson's Blood. Just one start this monsoon meeting in race number 3 over 1100 meters, where Nelson's Blood finished on 7th out of 7 runners, and the winner of that race was Lumos, who came down with a strong run down in the center and win that race by a nose. Number 2 will be Pugnacious. Pugnacious' last outing was over 1200 meters in race number 84, where Pugnacious finished on 9th out of 9 runners, and the winner of that race was Tough Enough, who took over the running down in the center in the last 200 meters and went on to win that race impressively by about 3.5 lengths. Number 3, we're looking at Summer Hill, Burden of Proof out of Summer Wine. Last outing being in race number 74 over 1200 meters. Surely been knocking on the door. Summer Hill finished on third. Travelled very wide in the final stages. The winner of that race was Novikov. Number 4, we're looking at Apna Time Aiga. Apna Time Aiga has had 4 starts this monsoon meeting, finished 5th in 2 starts and finished on second in 2 starts. Last outing over 1800 meters, race number 67, finished on 5th. Also in the same race, we had number 6, Devotion, who finished on 3rd after much efforts towards the rail side. And also in the same race, we had number 8, Joss, who finished 1 behind to finish on 4th. But the winner of that race was Bojangles, who got that by a short neck. Number 5, we're looking at Dancing Lord. Dancing Lord's last outing was over 1400 meters in race number 77. Now going over a mile is Dancing Lord. Dancing Lord's last outing finished on 4th after much efforts, and the winner of that race was Aftershock. Number 7 will be Fire Opal Arazan out of Zeffirella. Her last outing was very impressive in race number 46 over 1800 meters, where Fire Opal travelled third till it turned firm and then gradually gained places down in the centre and just blew the field away and took over the running and won that race very impressively by 3.5 lengths. Can repeat it again is Fire Opal. We move on to the sixth race of the afternoon, which will be the Smart Ruler Cup, the feature of the day, to be run over a distance at 2,000 meters. Number one, we're looking at Lord of the Sea. Lord of the Sea's last outing was pretty impressive in race number 85 over 1,800 meters, where Lord of the Sea travelled second all the way and finished on a close fourth. As Lord of the Sea, also in the same race, we had number two, Multi Glory, who finished on fifth. But the eventual winner of that race was Who Makes the Rules, who surely made the rules that day, came up with a late dash and went on to win it by 3/4 of a length. Number three, we're looking at Pothos. Pothos's last start was in race number 59 over 1,400 meters, where Pothos finished on fourth after much efforts, travelled quite wide of the track in the final stages, and the winner of that race was Hartnell, who won that race after a tough battle with his stablemate, won it by a long neck. Number four will be Coal Frontier. Coal Frontier's been pretty impressive this monsoon meeting. Finished on third in its first outing over a mile. The next start was in race number 58 over 1,800 meters, where Coal Frontier came up with a real rattle on the outside and went on to win that race by a length by beating stablemate Smith & Wesson. Number five will be Smith & Wesson. Smith & Wesson's last outing was over 1,800 meters in race number 86, being the first favourite. Was 10 to 9 on. Smith & Wesson disappointed the patrons. Finished on second, 9 1/4 lengths behind the winner. That was Sniper, and that was a stablemate as well. We move on for the seventh and last race of the day, which will be the Credit Squeeze Handicap, to be run over a distance of 1,800 meters for horses in Class 5. Number one, we're looking at Avellino. Avellino's last outing was over 1,600 meters in race number 55. This monsoon meeting, where Avellino travelled fifth till it turned firm and remained in that spot right through. And the winner of that race was Inca. Also in the same race, we had number two, Elusive Wave, who finished on an eye-catching third, but quite a faraway third was by Elusive Wave. Number three, we're looking at Top Cat. Top Cat's last outing was over a mile in race number 68, this monsoon meeting, where Top Cat finished on fifth. Also in the same race, we had number four, Constance, who finished one ahead to finish on fourth. But the eventual winner of that race was Yuvan, who won that race by 2 lengths. Number five, we'll be looking at Ajita. Win legend out of Something About Her has been surely knocking on the door. Last outing being a little unlucky over the 2,000 meters in race number 54, where Ajita travelled second all the way and then took over the running in the final stages, but then got beat by Constance, who came up with a run and went on to win that race by 4 lengths. Ajita settled for second spot. Also in the same race, we had number 9, Beatrix, who finished one behind to finish on third. Number 6 will be Porus. Porus's last 2 outings have not been impressive at all. This monsoon meeting finished off the board in both its outings. Last one being in race number 81 over 1,400 meters, where Porus finished on 8th out of 9 runners, and the winner of that race was Gramercy Park. Number 7 will be looking at Prince of Art. Prince of Art's had 3 starts this monsoon meeting, finished off the board in all 3 starts. Last outing being in race number 62, where Prince of Art finished on 8th out of 10 runners over a distance of 1,400 meters. This time out being ridden by Akshay Kumar. We need to wait and watch as what Prince of Art has to deliver. Number 8 will be Happy Returns. Happy Returns' last outing was not impressive at all in race number 40 over 1,100 meters this monsoon meeting, where Happy Returns finished on 11th right at the back end out of 12 runners, and the winner of that race was Dilmange Mo, who got that by 2 3/4 lengths, travelled very wide of the track in the final stages. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for your time, and hope to see you, as always, at the turf tomorrow afternoon.